Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Glow Up Guide. So, today's episode is the third episode of the Get My Life Together era series, and working out slash finding more ways to add more exercise into your life is very important to getting your life back on track. But since I already have an episode on working out, I thought I would switch it up a little bit and do an episode with 100 ways to get fit and add more exercise into your life. These tips are all like super tiny things. Like I think one of them is literally just taking a basket instead of a grocery cart at the grocery store. But honestly, it's always the smallest things that can make the biggest difference, even if it takes a long time. So yeah, let's get into it with our podcast updates and our life updates. This is not going to be a super long section. I think the general intro is probably going to be about um 5 minutes. That's my goal because this episode is actually really long. I mean, if I keep dragging it out, it can take upwards of an hour. Like, we're gonna have an hour-long episode. That was probably not the smartest idea, but there's really not much I can do about it because I can't split this into two parts either. So yeah, there's that too. Okay, so podcast updates. Let's see. I finally decided the right amount of times to publish per week. So my goal is to do it once per week. Um, like whenever I publish a new episode, my goal is to do like an episode released update every Sunday, and then at least once or twice throughout the week. So yeah, I feel like that's actually pretty steady, and that's enough to like over time, because it's not gonna grow right away. But if I keep up with it over time, I feel like that can actually lead to a lot of growth because consistency is always key when it comes to really anything. So that's my goal, to publish once every week on Sundays and then once or twice throughout the rest of the week. So yeah, I think that's oh wait, no, there's one more thing. And then for podcast updates as well, stories episode. So I actually did this sharing random stories episode with one of my friends last summer. This was actually one of the first, I think it was the third episode of the podcast. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. Third episode, yeah. Back in August of last year, beginning of August, and that was a super fun episode. And one of my other friends, she's really close to me, and I love her to death. So yeah, she came over. Um, when was it, like Friday or something? And we just decided on a whim to record one episode because why the heck not? So yeah, there's that. And that episode is scheduled to publish next Sunday, so the 15th of September. So stay tuned for that because that's gonna be a really good episode. It actually no wait, it might not be because I'm not exactly the best with spontaneous speaking, but that was like the best I could do. So yeah. Let's see what else. So life. As I mentioned, my friend, she came over and I haven't really seen her since like a whole ass month. So that was actually really fun. And then what else happened? Let's see. I had a soccer game on Saturday. It was my first soccer game of the season and it sucked. So basically what happened is if the ball goes out and it's not like anywhere near the goal, you have to like do just throw it in basically. And I tried to do, it's called like throw in basically. So I tried to do that and it slipped out of my hand. Usually I can do like a really good throw in, but it slipped out of my hand and it went out. And I'm pretty sure that's why my coach decided to put me on defense for the rest of the game. I'm pretty sure he hates me, but there's not really much I can do about that. So I'm just choosing not to worry about it because I really could not care less. So yeah, there's that. We lost 1-0. The other team won. Ugh. So yeah, but it's the first day of the season, and honestly, it could have been a lot worse because one of my friends who was on this team last season, I'm new to it. She said once they lost like 10-0. So yeah, clearly it could have been a lot worse. But yeah, there's that. And then earlier today, so long story short, one of my friends broke her arm, and we all decided to like surprise her with a gift bundly thingy. And it kind of went to hell because my friend could only stay for half an hour. And some of my other friends went to go see a movie because originally we decided on a different time and then we moved it earlier and their movie was already booked like a month in advance, so they couldn't really change it. But yeah, they were about an hour late and then they missed my friend because she had to go to a birthday party. So yeah, like the friend that broke her arm. And then she couldn't get the gift. So yeah, and it kind of burned in hell and now everyone's parents are mad at them besides mine. But honestly, like what can anyone do? We kind of had fun besides the freaking out bit, but Yeah, it actually was pretty decent. Like I don't see most of my main friend group that often because every single year since 6th grade in middle school when I met them, I haven't had like literally any classes with any of them. It kind of sucks, but yeah. So I mean, I guess that's it. That's all for life updates, and then yeah. So I figured this would be 5 to 6 minutes. Maybe I'll be like a minute or two off, but that's okay. So let's see here. Let's do one thing we're grateful for and one thing we're happy about, plus our book of the week. So one thing I'm grateful for is probably just like my friends because they are amazing people and I love them all to death. So yeah, that was really nice. But yeah, I love my friends. So yeah, like I honestly don't know what I would do without them because friends just make life better, honestly. Okay, and then one thing I'm happy about is probably what's there. Probably the fact that my brother's gonna get his cast off next Wednesday, so I won't have to do as much stuff to help him, which seems kind of mean. But like, even though my brother can do a lot of things, I mean, he did quote unquote break his right. I mean, not right, his left arm, and he is left-handed. So I mean, yeah, of course that happened. But even the things he can do, my mom won't let him do. So if I'm just present, she'll be like, "You go do this, go do that," or blah 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 blah. But yeah, I won't have to do that anymore. And yeah, that's I'm honestly just happy that he's gonna get his cast off. Because he hates waking up early for school, and he almost whacked my mom in the face with his cast, and the doctor said that it would hurt and probably mess up someone's face pretty bad if he did it hard enough. So that would not exactly be good, but yeah. And then our book of the week is The One by Kiera Cass. So this is a young adult novel. So basically there's this series, the selection, and there's like a group of 35 girls. They're chosen to like compete for the Prince's Heart. Basically, it's like apparently a really old tradition in this fictional country. But that's what the series is about. I've read the first, second, and third, and I'm currently reading the fourth book right now. I started it today, but this is our book of the week, and I finished it yesterday actually. So this is basically the 35 girls who entered, and now it's down to four. It's down to four, and it's all about them competing to win. But yeah, so when this is third book, all these books are from most. Um, yeah, these books are all from like America's perspective. That's the girl's name. She was chosen to compete in the selection. She never thought that would happen. First of all, she never thought that she thought she'd be eliminated in a week. Um, but she's now in the end of the competition, and there are threats outside the palace walls, and they're growing more vicious. And she sees how much she has to lose and how hard she'll have to fight if she's gonna get the future she wants. So that's all this book is about. Yeah, I'm in the process of reading the fourth book, but it's actually a really good series. I want to read the novellas too, but I can't seem to find any physical versions of those. I haven't even checked those though. Yeah, I need to see if I can find the novellas, but yeah, overall good book series. I absolutely love it. I read this book in a day. So yeah, definitely recommend you read it. But I was completely wrong. This intro took about 9 minutes, probably because I am making an attempt to talk slower. But oh well. Okay, so let's get right into it. Number one. So my first way to get fit and a personal favorite of mine is to just blast some music and dance your heart out. Just play your favorite songs and dance your heart out like an idiot. Like I have the grace of a freaking donkey. I don't care about looking good or looking like I know what I'm doing when I dance. I just dance because I don't really care, and most of the time the door to my room is closed, so no one will just like walk in on me. Just be sure to dance your heart out like an idiot for 20 to 30 minutes, and you just got your daily workout in and had a bunch of fun. Win-win situation. Number two, run around your house because why the heck not? A while ago, well, this is actually a really long time ago now, like maybe a few months ago. So me and my brother, we were playing tag inside the house, and we just started running. I just started running in circles around the kitchen island, and I noticed he was following me. And my brother doesn't get any exercise at all, so I did that for about 20 minutes. We had fun, and honestly, it was a good workout for both of us. So running around is really fun, and you can play indoor tag with literally anyone and have a blast. Maybe even with your pet if they will cooperate. Yeah. Number three, YouTube workouts. Who the heck said that in order to work out you have to go to a gym or workout class? This is such like a stereotypical thing. People are always like, oh, well, I have to go to the gym and get a gym membership and blah 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 to actually consider it working out. But that I just can't begin to explain how wrong that is. Like, so many people believe that, like, oh, I can't work out because I don't have the money in my budget to get a gym membership or gym clothes or like weights and equipment or like pay for workout classes or la di da di da. You know, you can do an amazing workout that'll probably do much better than the gym at home in your pajamas. I have never been to a gym, and I really don't plan on it ever doing that in my life. But I have done home workouts, and honestly, you don't even need equipment if you don't want to. Like, I literally 3 weeks ago, my mom decided that she didn't want to see me using bean cans as weight, so she bought me a pair of 3 pound weights on Amazon, and they're actually really good. Um, and honestly, they were $10. It's not that big of a deal. But so if that's something that interests you, then go for it. Like, buy some equipment and do that. You can do. There are so many at home workouts. Um, or you can just like do no equipment workouts. Like, or use bean cans for weights. Like, I'm not gonna judge. So YouTube workouts are actually the only form of structured workouts that I do, and I absolutely love it. Okay. So there are millions of YouTube videos out there that are absolutely amazing, and there's also like certain channels that are great. My personal favorite like YouTube channel for workouts is MadFit. Her workouts are really fun, and most of them are pretty beginner friendly, and she has a workout for every situation and skill level, as well as warm ups and cool downs and all of that stuff. She also does like workout plans, and she actually has an app, so I mean, I don't want to pay for that, so because it's kind of expensive. But if that's something that interests you, honestly, just go for it because she has a lot more programs and that stuff on her app. Just like check it out. Honestly, it's like 6 letters that you have to type into YouTube. Not that big of a deal. And her workouts are amazing, especially her dance cardio ones. Definitely recommend you try those. So yeah, must try for anyone. Honestly, just YouTube workouts because honestly, YouTube's free too. Like, it's kind of just perfect. Number 4, every time a commercial comes on when you're watching TV, you have to do jumping jacks or squats or some random exercise for the duration of the commercial. Or if you don't want to get off the couch, just do crunches or dead bugs or leg drops or something like that. Tons of different exercises you can do while you're lying down. If multiple commercials come on, then you have to do a different exercise during each commercial. This is a great way to get even a few minutes of extra exercise a day, and it's great for busy people. Number 5, laugh. Laughing surprisingly burns 1.3 calories per minute. I did not know that. That is a tiny number, like minuscule, but still, I would have never thought something as simple as laughing could be considered burning calories and hence a way to get fit. Honestly, that's probably the reason why me and half my friends are skinny as a stick because we laugh a lot. So yeah, but laughing actually also works all the muscles around in like all your body. Hang out with some funny friends, watch a comedy show, which all my friends are kind of stupid in a weird way. Like, I'm not saying they're idiots in like a common sense way, but like, they do stupid things and they're like, and we all laugh about that. Or watch a comedy show. I do that a lot too. Like, pretty much all the TV shows I've ever watched are like comedy shows. Or just think about a random inside joke to get you laughing in absolutely no time. Number 6, if you have a dog, just take a slightly longer route while walking them. You don't want to overtire your pet though, because they probably can't walk as much as you. Breaking up your normal routine and going on a different path can also be fun and good exercise for you and your dog. In addition to making the route longer, you can also just go on a path with lots of hills to make it a bit of an extra challenge for you and your dog. Number 7, take the stairs instead of elevators or escalators. Also, use the stairs in your house and or the stairs in a non-busy building or at a stadium for an intentional workout. The more stairs you use, the more calories you'll burn. And actually, climbing upstairs is also a good form of resistance training, so that's pretty good too. You can also try skipping as you go up or down the stairs for a bit more fun because honestly, why not? Just do it your own way. Number 8, bring your own lunch to work and utilize the extra time to take a walk outside during your lunch break. Taking that walk can also help improve your performance at work for the rest of the day as well and gets you outside, and all of that just improves your focus too. Another thing you can do is just go buy your lunch from a slightly farther place or the same place you would usually go and walk there instead. And you can just make sure you get back in time to like continue your work. You can even ask a coworker to come with you to make it a bit more fun. Number 9, if you work from home or have a job that requires you to sit down for a long time, make sure to take movement breaks. It's unhealthy to sit in front of a desk or a computer for hours on end. If you work from home, since you have a bit more freedom with your time, you can take breaks as you need. Keep a jump rope in your workspace or just stand up and stretch or walk around the room. If you have an office job that requires a lot of sitting, get up and walk around or go get some water or walk to the bathroom or something like that. Main idea is to take a bunch of these movement breaks. Number 10, take a dance class. Take a dance class with a friend or family member. There are so many styles of dance that it's impossible to not find one that you absolutely love. There's like ballroom dancing, salsa, hip hop, swing dancing, line dancing. There's modern dancing, jazz, tap dance, ballet. If that's something that interests you, ballet seems kind of disgusting, but yeah. And there's so many more. Dancing can help tone your entire body and is great cardio. Plus, it's super fun. Number 11, if you like playing video games, then try ones that involve your whole body by using a special control or sensors. Some examples are like Wii Fit, I think that's how you say it. It's like WII, and other Wii sports games. Xbox Connect, which I actually have, and it's so much fun. My brother does it all the time. That's literally the only form of exercise he's willing to do. Which kind of sucks because that's cardio and he's already skinny as a stick, and cardio burns a ton of calories, so that's not exactly what he needs, but whoop-de-doo. There's also like Dance Revolution, and there was another one. What was I thinking of? There's like Pokemon Go or something Pokemon related, and apparently you have to like walk around. My art teacher mentioned it to me a while ago. Mentioned it to our class a while ago, and you have to like walk around while you're doing something. So I guess that's good exercise too. So yeah, I mean, Dance Revolution apparently a thing, etc. All of these video games require full body movement and are fun for all ages. Number 12, get creative with your workout equipment. I only started trying like strength training and weighted workouts just over a month ago, and although it's hard, I love it. Like, even though I'm literally dying and there's sweat dripping down the side of my face, and my mom is like, "You need to stop. You're gonna like overwork yourself or something." I don't really listen to her because she doesn't really know smack about working out. And honestly, at the first sign of seeing me do struggle, she's going to be like, "You need to stop that." So yeah, there's that. And what else? Let me think. But yeah, honestly, and when you do strength training, that feeling you get, you feel stronger, and it's like a feeling that lasts the whole day. And actually, this might seem insignificant to a lot of you, but something amazing to me. I started doing strength training, right, and it's only been barely a month. And I can do push-up. I have really weak arms. I get that from my mom. She also has extremely weak arms. But yeah, so we were doing push-ups in my PE class the other day, and even though they were like modified push-ups on my knees, not in a tabletop, but like, where you're still keeping pressure on where you're still keeping weight on your arms, I did like 20 or something with literally no struggle. Which is, even though it was on my knees, that's still amazing because normally I could not even do, like, even if I wasn't a tabletop, I still wouldn't be able to do a push-up because that's just how weak my arms are. And it's been 1 month. Like, imagine what I could do if I do this for like a year or something. Like, imagine how strong I would get. Like, I don't know, but if that happened to me, it can definitely happen to you. You don't have to go all out and spend hundreds of dollars on fancy workout equipment. I took 4 bean cans and taped two together and another two together to make a pair of 2-pound dumbbells. I had a pull-up bar at the playground, or use a coffee table to keep you steady during your sit-ups or crunches. Simple as that. Number 13, hiking. I went on an apparently super easy hike and swore to never go hiking again because it sucked that bad. But if you love nature and hiking, give it a go. Great way to enjoy the outdoors and get a good workout in. You can vary your view by changing up the paths you take, and once you get to the top, it really feels like you accomplished something. Number 14, call a friend while walking. Even if you can't find someone to physically go on a walk with you, it's common for people to go on walks and talk on the phone. Oh, but quickly before that, apparently I was listening to a podcast episode from the That Girl Guide. Well, the Guide podcast, whatever. It's a really good podcast. Definitely recommend you go listen to it. But she was talking about like an app, that like you can find walking buddies. I don't remember what it was called, but maybe you can like Google something and figure it out. So yeah, there's that. Um, yeah. Plus, if you actually needed to call someone, it's a great way to multitask. Number 15, at work, Instead of emailing people in the same building as you, try walking to their office to speak with them instead. It's a great way to get in a few minutes of exercise and be productive. It might not seem like much, but throughout a week or something, every single step counts, and that really adds up to like your step count. Like if you have an Apple Watch or something, it'll really add up. Number 16, power walk instead of walking slowly. Okay, so I naturally walk fast, so it's always good exercise whenever I walk at all. But when you're going from like the store to your car or something similar, walk as fast. Try to walk a lot faster instead of your usual like leisurely pace, I guess. Use power walking whenever possible to add quick bursts of cardio into your schedule. Like I know, for example, for me, in my school because they changed up our schedule. I think I mentioned this on my back to school episode, and now we only have 3 minutes skip in between our classes. And for PE, you have to drop off your stuff at your locker before class. That's not a problem for me. I'm still on time to PE. But after PE, I have to go to my locker. I have to get out of PE first of all, and it's always crowded no matter what when you get out of PE. And then I have to go all the way to my locker, and then I have to go to my art class, which is super far from my locker. And I'm still not getting the hang of opening my locker really fast because if I try to open it really fast, it just like won't open. I do something wrong and it won't open, or I miss my number or whatever. And it's really stupid, but yeah, so that's a problem for me. But like, I will literally be completely out of breath by the time I get to my class because that's just how fast I'm going. I need to walk as fast as I possibly can without a teacher telling me to stop running or something like that. So, yeah, but it's a great way to add quick bursts of cardio into your schedule if working out is something you struggle to find time for. And you might not have heard that. I hope you didn't, but there's a bunch of kids playing outside right now, and one of them just screamed really loud. So please ignore that. Yeah. Number 17, surfing. Okay, so I attempted surfing once when I was like 7 or something, and I fell off so many times that I just gave up. But the few times when I actually got it, it was pretty fun. And this is an amazing way to work on your cardiovascular system and make you stronger and more flexible as well. This is also great to like practice on your balance because I have absolute crap balance. But surfing can improve your balance. Number 18, attempt a new sport or revive your love for something you used to play when you were younger. There are so many like community teams for adults. Like you can join one. Some of them might actually be free, I think. I love soccer and play it, and that's where I get a majority of my exercise from. Because soccer's like 3 times a week now because we have our Saturday games. So yeah, many people actually enjoy sports for fun and don't even realize how much exercise they're getting in the process. Apparently, during an average soccer practice, I burn about 650 calories. So yeah, um, try all the sports if you want, even though you suck, because honestly, that's not the point. 19. Backyard obstacle course time. Okay, so you can use anything you find in your house to make an obstacle course. Be creative and open to all ideas. Obstacle courses are so much fun and an amazing workout. This is also a great activity if you have like a family gathering at your house and there's a bunch of little kids you need to entertain. You can just do that with them. Or you can just invite some friends over and challenge them, make a competition, add a prize, because honestly, why not? 20. High intensity interval training or HIIT, HIIT workouts, whatever. It's good for anyone who wants to get quick results in a short amount of time. You do less reps, but complete them really fast. It HIIT workouts might not be a good option for everyone because honestly, I hate HIIT workouts. They kind of suck for me, and they go so fast. Like I can't do movements that fast. I guess it's like impossible for me. But if you think it would work for you, go right ahead. Or if it's something you haven't tried before but think you would hate just because so many people hate it, just try it because honestly, when I first started working out, HIIT workouts were some of the first things I started with, and I used to love it. And then when I got into other forms of working out, I just realized, well, HIIT workouts aren't for me anymore. So yeah, honestly, drop it if you want. But if you haven't tried it before, definitely try it because I've tried all forms of working out. Like I literally swore I would never lift weights in my entire life. Of many episodes ago, and now look at me. I lift weights twice a week, or do workouts with 3 pound weights twice a week, but it's still the same thing. 21. Concerts. Go to your favorite band concert or show or something and dance all night because hello, it's a concert. Dance your heart out. 22. Swimming is so much fun and an amazing way to get a workout in. It works all your muscles but mainly your arms and upper body. Even 30 minutes is enough, or you can spend hours at the pool with friends or family members and have a blast. I don't know what happened to my voice there. I feel like it's getting really, I don't really know what's the word. I don't know if it's raspy, but yeah. Anyway, 23. Paintballing. I've never done this before, but it sounds so much fun. Round up some friends or family members and go paintballing. You won't even realize how much of a workout you're getting in as you are running around, hopefully having a blast. 24. Laser tag. I love laser tag. I went with my friends like twice or something, and it was so much fun. Laser tag is honestly great for anyone, regardless of age, and great cardio from all the speed walking. I got first like every time and was sweating by the end of it. 25. Stand when on public transport. I've taken a metro twice in my life, but standing burns more calories than sitting if you can take it. If you can take it, yeah. If you get tired, obviously sit down if you can find a seat. This is great if public transportation is a common occurrence in your life for like people who maybe live in a big city or something like that. Public transportation is a big thing. For me, yeah, I've taken the metro twice in my life, but still a good idea. 26. Carry the basket instead of taking a shopping cart while you're at the grocery store or wherever has baskets. Carrying baskets is a great way to exercise your arms, and honestly, pretty much anything with arms, it requires core stability too, so that's fun. And it's so simple. If you have a bunch of stuff in the basket, even better because it's like weightlifting. But yeah, 27. Bake some freaking bread. It sounds kind of crazy, but kneading out the dough by hand is a great workout for your hands and arms, and honestly, even your core, because if you have weak arms like me, you need to use a lot of arm strength to actually knead the dough. I made bread once in my life, and it turned hard as rock about 5 minutes after it was done baking. But yeah, your arms might hurt by the end of the bread workout, but that's honestly the point. And you have some yummy bread to eat later. And making bread is fun. So yeah, like give it a go. Do it because why not? This is a fun idea, but you could host a mini Olympics maybe in your neighborhood, or this is a fun idea for family gatherings, or maybe just do it with some friends. This will have everyone excited and motivated to train, and it also gives everyone participating a good goal to look at. You can even create your own events or just utilize traditional ones. Also have some prizes because prizes just make it more fun. Burpees. That's 29. Okay, so burpees are not exactly my favorite exercise in the whole world, but they are a great way to get your heart pumping and an amazing option for a minute of burpees for a full body workout. You can also add a push up if you want. I can only do modified push ups, so I never had a push up. When I wrote this, I put, but I can't do any form of push ups, so I never had a push up, and it feels good to say that now I can do a push up. So, yeah, I mean, do that if you want. Number 30. When you're waiting for the microwave to finish heating up your food or whatever, try to do some lunges or leg lifts or jumping jacks. Any standing exercise. And don't hit your head on any kitchen objects. That's a key thing to remember too because we don't need people hitting their heads. 31. Okay, so this is kind of a crazy and expensive idea, but you can get a treadmill and like a shelf for that treadmill to run or whatever while doing your work or reading a book that you have to read for something or like something similar like that. This is a great way to multitask, and honestly, the movement might even help you focus better. Or if you already have a treadmill, just get the shelf and have at it. 32. There are apps that actually like pay you to walk, drive, and just move around. Some examples are GeoSmile, Lively Steps, and some other ones that I can't remember. I don't have any of these because my mom would never, but some of them actually seem legit. Just be sure to read the ratings and reviews before downloading. Making money for walking might be something that actually motivates you to stay active, so try it out. And honestly, none of these apps are going to give you a lot of money, but it's something. 33. Yoga. I hate yoga and swear to never do it because it's boring and it won't help me like achieve my workout goals. But yoga can actually be a good habit to develop if that's something that interests you, or a good starting place if you're trying to get into actual workouts. There are millions of free YouTube videos on YouTube, or you can take in-person classes if that's something you like. Give it a try. 34. Hula hoop. So I used to absolutely love hula hooping, and I have no idea why I stopped, but hula hooping is a great way to tone your arms, thighs, abs, and glutes. You can even try and learn some fun tricks with the hula hoop. Just have fun. I honestly need to start hula hooping again. Heck, you can even get a hula hoop from the dollar store for about $1.25. They don't last long though, so that's something you watch out for. 35. Do some cleaning. Cleaning is actually a great workout and probably the reason my mom is so skinny because she always cleans. Can't name a single day she hasn't cleaned something. Try to speed clean to get even more of a workout in. Any sort of cleaning counts. Plus, you're being productive. Play some music while cleaning to make it a bit more fun too. 36. Go on bike rides. So I used to go on bike rides with my friends like all the time, and now I think that the last time I touched my bike was once last summer. If it's a possibility for you, ride your bike to places instead of working. Great way to get some exercise in and great transportation. 37. When you're cooking or doing the dishes or any task that really requires standing, try to balance on one foot. It will improve your balance and strengthen your leg muscles. Make sure to switch minute so that you every few minutes though, so you don't topple over and drop the dishes on your face or break them or something. 38. Stand as much as you can. The human body was meant to move. So if you work on an office, try to stand while working if you can instead of sitting. Stand while on the phone or watching TV. Standing actually burns more calories, not much, but still decent exercise for minimal effort. 39. How about your friends or elderly people you don't know in your neighborhood? Shoveling snow or raking up friends' leaves won't only be helpful, but also a great workout for you. Bonus if you get paid for doing these jobs. Make these types of decisions and you'll get fit in no time and maybe make some new friends and money too. 40. If you have to read a certain book for school, see if you can find an audiobook for it and listen to it while jogging or biking or walking. The exercise will help you focus better, and this is a great way to do some multitasking. You can also just record yourself saying your notes aloud and do the same thing to study for a test. 41. Babysitting. If you like being around kids, this could be fun and a great way to make money. And honestly, most kids are absolute chaos, so you'll probably be chasing after them. Number 42. Workout classes. This is a great way to get fit and meet new people. Plus, staying in such an environment can provide motivation to work out, and you might end up loving it and trying more classes like that class. 43. Twister. Twister is an amazing way to really test and improve your flexibility. Maybe stretch a bit before you start. It's a great way to strengthen muscles all over your body. 44. Dancing TV shows. These are fun to watch, and they are a great way to learn some basic dance moves or practice those moves during commercial breaks. Dancing is also always guaranteed fun. Number 45. Walk inside of fast food restaurants instead of using the drive-thru. Those little moments of intentional walking really add up over time. Also great if you happen to stop at a fast food place on a long drive to stretch your legs a bit before being stuck in that car again. Number 46. Have a water balloon fight. Water balloon fights are great. Water balloon fights or water gun fights are so much fun and they're great exercise. You can honestly set up a huge one with everyone in your neighborhood and ask everyone to contribute water guns and water balloons and that stuff to make your life easier. It's a great workout and so much fun. You can also do snowball fights in the winter as a colder alternative. 47. When you're parking at the mall or in a store or at a store, try to park as far away from the entrance as possible. You're more likely going to find parking easier, and once again, every single intentional step counts. Malls and shopping are generally good exercise because you have to walk a bunch anyway. 48. Start a garden. Even if it's a super tiny garden in the corner of your backyard, it's still a garden. Gardening is a great way to save money in this time of inflation because grocery store prices are insanely high. I'm not about to pay $4 for a single avocado that doesn't even look like an avocado. There was this one avocado, and it was such a weird, green color. It didn't even look like a freaking avocado. It literally looked like plastic. I'm not even kidding. And it probably doesn't taste good. There are also a bunch of chemicals used on produce these days, so that's another way to save yourself from those. Gardening can actually burn up to 180 calories in half an hour, which is a lot of calories. Another alternative that I just thought of, you can volunteer at a community garden. My dad did this literally yesterday, and volunteering at a community garden is also a great way to A, community service, obviously, B, gardening, you can learn that, and maybe even start your own garden if it inspires you enough, and C, you also can meet people. Any sort of volunteering is a great way to meet people. 49. Get a mini indoor trampoline, or a huge outdoor one in the backyard for the whole family if you want. Get a speaker, put on some music, and just jump. Trampolines are so much fun, and when I move out, I'm going to get one for my house because why not? 50. Okay, so we're actually halfway through the episode. That's not good because we're 34 minutes in, but oh well. Rollerblading or roller skating or ice skating, this burns almost 500 calories per session and is really fun so long as you don't hit your head really hard while doing any of these. I tried roller skating and ice skating and fell down so many times and hurt myself really badly and swore to never do it again. But if that's something you like, then go right ahead because there's honestly really nothing stopping you. 51. As soon as you wake up in the morning and you're just lying in bed, complete a bunch of crunches. You don't even have to get up and that will wake you right up. Probably better than your coffee can. And provides energy that will last you the whole day and doesn't come with the downsides of coffee. 52. Organize a neighborhood car wash. Set like a certain day and time of every week for a car wash, and maybe just like round up some friends or random people in your neighborhood and have a neighborhood car wash. You get paid, you get exercise, and washing cars can honestly be fun. Plus, if it's summer and you get too hot, you can just like spray yourself with the hose or something. Do like 50 is a like do a walking slash sprinting alternating thing. If you don't like to or simply just can't run for long periods of time, run for a few minutes and then when you get tired, walk a few. This is a good way to keep you going at it for a lot longer, and it's easier too. 54. Learn to do a cartwheel. Heck, you can even set learning to do a cartwheel as one of your goals for 2024. This is one that gives you a goal to try and accomplish, and it's good fun. Plus, why not? 55. Sign up for a 5K or a fun run or some running thingamajiggy. I did a fun run all the way back in like May with one of my friends, and it was supposed to be a mile, but it was actually only a half mile. My goal is to try out a 5K at some point in my life. Maybe I'll do the 5K instead of a fun run next year. I don't really know, and I honestly don't think I can. But these are fun and good ways to raise money for charity and also great exercise. 56. Take self-defense classes. Self-defense is a very important life skill, and even though you might know the basics, it can never hurt to take a class. This is good life knowledge and great exercise, plus it's something that you're really going to hold on to probably your whole life. 57. Visit a pick your own farm. This is always fun, and the fruits or veggies you get are always good. This is also good exercise because it usually involves a lot of walking. Take your time to choose the best fruits and veggies and walk a lot. Those steps add up. 58. Climb trees. Great way to relive your childhood and also test out your strength because you need to be strong to climb some trees. You can even have a contest with some of your friends to see who can climb the highest or fastest or whatever. Be sure to be cautious of weak branches though because you don't want to snap those and fall. 59. Put your alarm clock on the other side of the room. Now, you have to get up and get out of bed to turn off the alarm, and after that, there's no point in going back. So you just have to do your morning routine. Plus, more intentional extra steps. 60. Volunteer at a place that's going to need a lot of physical activity from you. Gardening is actually a great way. Let's see what else. There's a bunch of other stuff that I can't think of right now. Great way to help your community, and you'll feel good about that, and the fact that you're getting in exercise too, as well. Volunteering is also a great way to meet new people. Any form of volunteering. It doesn't have to be something that requires heavy physical strength too. So, yeah, just why not? 61. Get some weights. Strength training is really important, especially for those trying to build muscle or get stronger or something similar. As I mentioned, I used bean cans at first when I started doing workouts with weights, but then my mom saw me and said that we should buy some actual weights because they won't roll around like bean cans. So, yeah, weights are really cheap. I got a 3-pound pair on Amazon for $10, but it's worth the investment. 62. Another kind of crazy idea, but somehow like bicycle powered laptops exist. Might not be the best option, but it could be fun for short working periods. 63. Kayaking is something I've never done before, but it sounds kind of fun. Basically, all water sports are a great way to build muscle and work all the areas of your body, so give it a try. 64. Jump on a pogo stick. Jumping on a pogo stick is so much fun and it's good exercise. I actually used to have a pogo stick and I used it all the time, and I think we lost it when we moved, maybe. I don't really know. But yeah, you can try to do like 100 jumps or something like that consecutively without failing. That's a fun challenge. I actually used to have a pogo stick and I have no idea where it went, but I just said that. Oh well. 65. Learn to juggle. Okay, so there was a weekly event at my local library for like learning to juggle, and I went a few times with my dad and brother, and it was so much fun. It's also a great workout when the balls keep rolling away and you have to go after them. I still can't juggle to save my life, but it's really fun, and it's also a good hobby if you're constantly bored. Because it takes a lot of time to get it right, and I spent a lot of hours learning to juggle, but I still can't do it right. 66. Walk up escalators. When they're going up, walking up the escalator is a good form of resistance training, and you can actually burn up to 10 calories per minute. Kind of defeats the purpose of an escalator, but honestly, who cares? 67. If you use public transport frequently, get off one stop early and walk to where you have to go if that's a possibility. Small things like these will really add up to a ton of extra steps in a day. 68. Use a manual toothbrush instead of an electric toothbrush. Your wrist muscles will have to work harder when you're using a manual toothbrush, and manual toothbrushes clean your teeth better than electric toothbrushes anyway. 69. Sit on one of those exercise ball sort of chairs. I have absolutely no idea what they're called, but my English teacher last year had some in her classroom, and it was kind of fun. Sitting on one of these chairs requires your leg muscles and core stability to keep you from falling off the chair. And this can help improve your posture because you also have to, you can't really slouch when you're sitting on the chair, otherwise you're going to fall off unless there's a wall behind you, but still. 70, take a shower instead of a bath. Standing burns more calories than lying in a bathtub, so it's really simple. 71, manually wring out your clothes instead of using the spin cycle on your washing machine. This can be time consuming, so it may not be the best option, but it's something worth giving a shot. It's a great workout for your arms and core. 72, use a foot pump to inflate your bike tires or pull inflatables. This works all the muscles in your body and core, and it's kind of hard, but that's the point here. 73, towel dry your hair instead of using a hair dryer. This might not be the best option if you're running like half an hour late or something, but when you have a time, give it a go. Towel drying is better than using a hair dryer anyways, so your arms get a workout and your hair is happier. 74, when you're sitting, lift your feet and legs off a chair and hold them in the air for a bit. This is a great way to strengthen your core, and it's also good if you've been sitting for a really long time but can't get up and walk around for whatever reason. Or you can also do like a bicycling motion with your legs. That's also a good way to exercise while sitting. 75, use a watering can or a bucket instead of a hose to water the plants. I mentioned starting a garden for exercise earlier, and this just piles on top of that, so way to go. 76, get like one of those lawnmowers you have to push around instead of one that's like electric. The extra pushing plus the walking is a great way to strengthen the muscles all over the body, and it still gets the job done, maybe even better than an electric one. 77, start a dog walking business. I mentioned this in like my episode on money, and it's a great way to make money if you like dogs, and it's good exercise. Plus, it helps people out who can't find time to walk their own dogs. 78, painting is a good way to work different muscles in your arms and wrists and all that stuff. And it's a really fun and time-consuming hobby. 79, get a stationary bike. It's also a good way to work out and multitask if you have a laptop or something while you're on the bike. Get your work done and get a workout in, or just like there's these like apparently mini stationary bikes that you can put under a desk, and you can just like do that while you're working. It's kind of crazy and expensive, but honestly, it could work. Might be worth the investment for you. 80, ditch your TV remote control and change the channel manually. Getting up and changing channel a billion times with the TV a decent amount away from you can be good exercise. Small little intentional steps add up, even if you have to deal with a bit of annoyance to get those steps in. Honestly, oh well. At least you're getting the steps in, just like, 81. Walk to the supermarket sometimes. Now that my brother has these classes at a learning center about a 7-ish minute walk from our house, and there's a Harris Teeter and a Walgreens and a bunch of other stuff right near there that I can walk to. So even if it's a bit far, try walking to the supermarket. Unless you have to buy like milk or potatoes or a bunch of heavy things, need a car for that. Honestly, you could just walk and Uber yourself back, but Ubers cost money, so oh well. I mean, kind of doesn't work, but see what works for you. 82. Go through doors that require you to manually push those open. Them open, not those automatic ones. Pushing the door is a good arm and core workout, and even if it's barely a second long, or 10, depending on how long it takes you to shove the door open. Some of the doors I've encountered in my life are honestly really heavy, and it takes me forever to get them open. 83. Fidget. Some research actually shows that people who don't exercise yet maintain a low body weight simply by constant, non-intensive fidgeting. Might not be the best option though, as you could very easily bonk your knee, your arm, or whatever you're fidgeting into something, and people might think you're freaking out over nothing. Oh well. 84. Dance cardio. I mentioned this earlier, but I love MadFit dance cardio workouts because they are so easy to learn the moves, yet so much fun, and you can really feel it after only a few minutes if you're doing it right. Just search up any song you love and put dance workout after it, and search it on YouTube, and you'll find tons and tons of things for whatever you like. Dance cardio is also probably my favorite way to exercise. And honestly, from these dance workouts, like I've learned a lot of new songs that I absolutely love. So that's also added plus. 85. Do a couch workout while watching TV. So if you search up like lazy girl workout or lying down workout or couch workout or something like that, there are actually so many results. So you can just like watch TV and chill on the couch during the workout, or just do a new random exercise every few minutes. Some of my favorite ones are crunches, bicycle crunches, leg lifts, leg drops, arm circles, simple. There's are also a bunch of other exercises. Honestly, you can even hold a plank or do something like that. Such simple movements, but it really adds up. 86. Go to a water park. Okay, so this is the best way ever to get exercise. On my Great Wolf Lodge trip, every single day after the water park, my whole body was aching, but it was way too much fun for me to care. Plus, there was hours of walking around places after that. Oh my god, I must have gotten like 4 to 6 hours of exercise per day on that damn trip. Maybe even more, honestly. So, go find a small water park near you and round up some friends or your family and spend the day there. 87. Go to amusement park. I went to Six Flags America, like the one in Maryland, for those of you who live in the United States, for my camp field trip. It was so much fun, but tons of walking. Once again, must have gotten in about 3 to 5 hours of exercise on that day. So go spend the day at an amusement park because it's fun and it's good exercise. Because you have to do a lot of walking and also there's a lot of standing in lines. 88. Jump in a bouncy house. This will have you sweating in no time, especially if it's already hot outside. But jumping in a bouncy house is really fun and again an amazing way to get exercise in. 89. Play mini golf. Mini golf is great because it's good fun and also you get more steps in if you walk instead of riding in the cart or whatever. 90. Go bowling. Call me old, but I love bowling. I actually had my 13th birthday party at a bowling alley near me. It was so much fun. Try to get as many pins down as you can, and if you get really angry before that, that also might make it better. 91. Take part in a local cleanup activity. Or you can go take a leap with organizing one. Maybe there's a park with a ton of litter or a certain field that can use some love. Cleaning up these places requires a lot of physical effort and it's for a good cause, so give it a go. 92. Painting a room or honestly maybe your whole house. Maybe you've just been putting off doing that painting for a while. Get it done now and be productive while getting a workout in. Bonus points if there's a ton of stuff you need to move out of the room before painting it because you're kind of lifting weights like that. 94. Snow day. This is a great way to get exercise in the winter when exercising is absolutely the last thing you want to do. Have a snowball fight, go sledding, build a snow fort, do all of those, and then go inside and watch a movie because you're freezing to death. 95. Go to a nearby park or something and get a basketball and take shots. This is actually really fun, and even if you absolutely suck at it, oh well. I used to be the absolute worst in basketball, and actually I'm not super duper bad at it. 96. Frisbee is a great picnic or barbecue activity. Just find a frisbee somewhere or use a plastic plate if you can't get a frisbee and attempt to play frisbee. Minimal effort but good fun and good exercise, especially if you absolutely suck at it and keep having to keep running around to find the frisbee. 97. If you travel frequently, then walk to your gate instead of riding in the tram or whatever it's called. Flying is tiring, so the extra steps will do you good. 98. Go to batting cages. This one sounds like fun to me. I've never done it before. Great way to release your anger too on something that isn't a pillow or a fruit or something else that could cause potential destruction. 99. Join a biking group. I randomly see large groups of cyclists going around, and that seems kind of fun. So look it up and join a biking group. This is a great way to make friends, get exercise, and honestly have fun. 100. Lastly, I know that I just told you guys 100 ways to get fit and add some more exercise into your life in hopes that you will actually try out, honestly, even one of them. Please do that for my sake. This took me a really long time to put together. So yeah, but always remember, even though I just told you all those ways to get fit, balance is key. My mom thinks I eat way too little food, and that's usually true in the summer when I don't really care about anything, and she thinks I do too much exercise. I really don't do either of those, but if you increase your activity levels, you should also be increasing your food intake levels because exercise makes you hungry. Keep that in mind. Okay, so those were my 100 ways to get fit. I really hope you guys test out at least one of these, honestly. Hopefully a bunch of them, but yeah. And I hope this helps you. I showed you in about 100 different ways that you don't need a fancy gym membership and a ton of time or equipment or money to get fit once and for all. Okay, so to end our episode today, I have a quote for you guys from Edward Stanley. The quote goes, "Those who think they have no time for bodily exercise will sooner or later have to find time for illness." Bye guys, rate, review, follow, and share this podcast. Go check out my Instagram, go send me an email, drink some water, and I love you all.